Hello girls and guys, my name is Mona Lisa from Through Mona's Eyes, and I'm today going to show you how to achieve this bronze look. It's really easy and anyone can do it, and it's featuring 4 of my Benefit Hero products. These are my ride or die. If you buy any products in 2017, make sure it's these 4. It's the Benefit POREfessional because it's a great base, and any makeup look you have to have a great foundation. The Hoola bronzer because it's all about getting that contour, girl. They're Real mascara. Now this is honestly like a push-up bra for your lashes. It's really good. And then finally the Gimme Brow because it's all about your brows. It's frames your face, it's a big feature, so you've got to tame those brows. And honestly, these are without a miss. These are always stocked up in my makeup bag. They come with me whenever I travel. They're just really good products and every blogger's secret weapon. So I'll be showing you how to use these in my tutorial and showing you the effects of it. And yeah, so if you want to see how I achieve this bronze glam look, then keep on watching. So I already have my moisturizer and serums on. Just left is my primer, and I'll obviously be using the POREfessional primer by Benefit. A lot of people skip this step and believe, oh, you don't really need a primer. Honestly, you do. Your makeup lasts longer, your skin is just instantly mattified and pores reduced. So I just have a little bit on my hands, and all I do is concentrate it on the areas that I have the most pores, which is down my nose, on my chin, and now kind of like around my lips, which is really weird. And then now that we have a nice smooth base, and you guys can see already how that is just mattified my skin, I'm going to go in with my foundation. Currently I'm in the process of using 2. I like the Max Factor Facefinity 3-in-1, and then the Lumi Magique by L'Oreal. I really like that dewy look, and I literally squirt it directly onto a makeup brush. Quick and easy. And I don't always use a beauty blender just because I feel like when you have a really good primer and a good brush, the one I'm using is from Real Techniques, you don't need a beauty blender to make it all perfect because the product underneath is doing it for you. And that's why I absolutely love POREfessional and use it every day. And then there you go, and you can also just rub that under your neck. Now, because I do have a lot of blemishes, I'm actually going to conceal them. And I'm just using this Technic concealer stick. And I just have it under my eyes. And just where any of the blemishes are. And I always like to do concealer after foundation, just so in case my foundation actually covers the spots, then I don't need to do a concealer, because I don't like to clog up my face that much with loads of products. But at the moment I really do. After Christmas and all the parties, I definitely need concealer. And because I want this to be a radiant look, I'm using the Benefit Dandelion Shy Beam. This is just gorgeous. It's such a lovely highlighter, and yeah, I just dab it on there and it just gives me that luminosity. I also put it on my forehead. So kind of wherever you have put the concealer is where I put this on top. So it's not just like a flat colour. This stuff is really good, honestly. I saw this in another tutorial from Benefit, and then I spoke to one of the girls on the counter and I fall in love with it, and I use it all the time. And then with that same foundation brush, I'm just going to blend this all in like dabbing motions. So I've just zoomed you guys in closer just to show you how mattified my face is, but yet you can still see where the highlight is and where I concealed my blemishes. And honestly, that's such a good base for me to work on as like well, I'm not a makeup artist, but as like someone who likes to do makeup, you really need a flawless base. And now I'm just gonna set it. Currently I'm loving the Kat Von D translucent setting powder. So just tap a little bit, and I've just got like this dense brush from Spectrum, and then I just pat it all in, like especially under the eyes, my forehead. This is just an extra step to make sure that your makeup and your foundation isn't sliding around anywhere. So now that I have you zoomed in, I'm going to go straight on to the eyes. And for this, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals World Famous Neutrals palette. There are some gorgeous colour shades in here. Absolutely gorgeous shades, and then you've got these little pots which I absolutely love, and they're really pigmented. My favorite is Birthday Suit, which I'm going to be using in this tutorial. So I've just taken this flat brush and I'm going to be using the colour shade Call My Bluff as a base colour. And I'm going to bring this up all the way to the eyebrow. And a little bit under the eye as well. And then we're gonna use this colour shade called Guilty Pleasure. What I love most about this palette is that it just has all the most gorgeous shades in it all in one, so you don't have to keep reaching around for products. And I'm gonna just put this all over the eyelid. And then I'm gonna do, there's a colour shade, it's like a light brown shade called Kiss Me, I'm Tipsy. And this is gonna be your transition colour, so it's gonna go right in the crease of the eye. And all I'm doing is literally flipping the brush around to take this colour up. And then whatever's left over, just bring it under the eye. And let it join in up like that, and kind of like a flick go up. And then take a blending brush and blend this all in. We want the lines to be really seamless. Now it's my favourite part, just to give it a more of a gilded shine, I'm going to use the pot that comes in the palette, and this is called Birthday Suit. I've just actually got this little angled brush, this small one, just so it can pick up the product. And this is so creamy. And I'm just going to put that on the eyelid. If you can see already the difference, the shine, I'm just going to put that all over the lid, then blend it. So that line. And what I find with this is that once it dries, it literally lasts all day. And I can kind of compare it to Charlotte Tilbury's little pots that she has, but to be honest, they're so expensive. I much prefer the Benefit ones. And I see, and then just do the same on the other side. And finally, just grab a little bit and we're going to go under the eyes. And just dab underneath, more in the centre and towards the inner part of your eye. And a little really does go a long way, so you don't need a lot. Now, it might look really weird, like my eyes might look really weird, like I've got two black eyes, but once you put mascara on, it's all going to bring it all together, and that's what I love about their Real mascara. They make them fuller, bigger, longer, and it just pulls in any eye look, so it really does complete the overall look. So I have not used an eyelash curler, I have not used an eyelash primer, it's just the Real mascara, and I'm going to show you the difference, the dramatic difference. I think the part that takes me the longest in any makeup routine are my lashes. I like to take care of them, and I like to spend the most time with it to really separate them and, you know, do the 2 coats that are recommended. What I love most about this as well is that the tip of the brush has spikes on it as well, so you can literally grab every single lash in any direction. So the really, really tiny ones you can get. I'm going to just zoom you guys in a little bit more so you can see. Now you can see the difference. One coat, absolutely nothing. Look at the difference. It's like false lashes. They actually look like individual. Now I'm just going to quickly do a second coat, and then with the excess of what's left on the brush, I'm going to quickly skim over the bottom lashes. And that's the lashes done. Now we're going to move on to brows. So I guess with any eye look, it really isn't complete without brows also. I think brows are such a big statement on your face, and I think it's really important to know what shape works for you and really take the time to perfect the shape of your brows to complement your face. So my brows, as you can see, I mean, they're not too bad. They are a little bit uneven, so I am in the process of making them more even. One is more arched than the other, and one is a little bit sparse here than the other. I think the other one's actually quite shorter, so I always like to bring them a little bit closer in to kind of like narrow the nose as well. And then I always create an arch, more of an arch on this brow, and lengthwise I'm okay with that. So if I'm quickly rushing, going out, and I don't have time to really define my brows, Gimme Brow is just the #1 product I reach for. It's quick, easy, you just brush it through. It's got a little tiny applicator. So with this applicator, you can really get into the little hairs and really define, brush through, tame them, and that is the most important thing, especially like my brows sometimes go all over the place. And this little brush also acts as kind of like a spoolie as well. But if I've got more time, which I do today, it has to be the Ka-Brow. Now this is like a little pot, I don't know what you call it, cream gel pot. I know there's another term for this, but I'm gonna just state it as the cream gel pot. And I'm using colour shade 4, and what I love about this is that your brush is already in here. So you can pop this in your bag if you want to do it on the train, on the way to work, on the way to the party, you can. This is all that you need. And then I'm going to brush it through after with the Ka-Brow because it will just add a little bit more colour, a little bit more volume, and it will set my brows. And that's the most important thing. You don't want to spend ages perfecting your brows for them to just melt away. So this is why I love the Gimme Brow, and it's just such a hero product. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and let's get started on how I do my brows. Okay, now that my eyes are done, it's now time to warm up my face and to give myself a bit more of a contoured look to make my cheeks pop. And for that, I'm using the Hoola bronzer. This is such an iconic product. I know so many girls, bloggers who absolutely love this, and it's a staple in their makeup bag. It's just a really nice universal shade. It could go with any skin tone. I love the packaging of it, and I love the cute little mirror that's inside. And I'm actually going to be using the Spectrum brush for this. Although it does come with the brush, I always like to keep these just when I'm traveling. For now, I'm just going to use this and just a little bit. I'm going to dab inside where your cheekbones are. So that bone. I just dab it on to begin with, just to get the colour and the shape. I think that's actually a good shape. And you can already tell the difference. Look, more defined. Potato. Where your cheekbones are. So that bone. I just dab it on to begin with, just to get the colour and the shape. I think that's actually a good shape. And you can already tell the difference. Look, more defined. Potato. Right, so let's start blending this in. And it's already gave me so much warmth into my face. And I am going to go over it with a bigger bronzing brush, but for now, just use this one. And then along the forehead to warm it up. Also, just quickly, if you want your nose a little bit more narrow, just use this and press on the side. And I'm going to go back and blend this afterwards, a little bit on the edge. And I'm going to put some here to really chisel my face. The key thing to contouring is blending. Now I'm going to use this, and I'm going to go ahead with a bronzing brush, and I'm going to blend this all in. and you can see the difference it's made to my face. And for extra glow, I'm going to go in with my MAC Global Bronzer. I'm going to highlight with my Mary Lou Luminizer and add a flush of colour on my cheek. And there's like so many colours in here to choose from. I will probably be using Dandelion and Coralista for this nice bronze glam look. Now finally for the lips, I always like to use a nice lip balm, so I'm going to use the Benny Balm. I have like 3 of these and they're just so cute to go in your bag. It adds like a flush of colour. Then I'm going to line my lips using the Lancome lip liner in Beige Rose. So for lipstick, I'm using a Lancome New lipstick in the colour shade Poem. And then I'm going to top it off with a Bare Minerals lip gloss as well, because you want your lips to look nice and juicy. And I also like to rub in a lipstick as well, to kind of give it like a lip stain. And then I'm going to go over it with this buttercream gloss, and it's called Tantalizing. I think I mentioned that before. It's a really nice nude brown. I say it's a shade that J-Lo would wear because it just reminds me of her, I don't know why. In fact, this whole look is kind of inspired by J-Lo. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my tutorial and picked up some tricks along the way. I really feel like this is wearable. Anyone can achieve it. If I can do it, girls, so can you. And yeah, honestly, if you was going to invest in any products in 2017, it would be the Benefit Hero products, the 4 main ride or die products that can't be that in my makeup bag. The POREfessional, the Hoola bronzer, their Real mascara, and obviously the Ka-Brow, because it is all about the brows this year. Just watch this space. And yeah, you guys can also find me on my Instagram and Twitter, which is @Mona'sEyes. And for now, I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. Mwah. Bye bye.